Hello students, today I will discuss how to get 100% marks in physics. So dear student, as you know, this year CBSE has reduced 30% syllabus and new question pattern has been issued by the CBSE. So if you want to get 100% marks in physics, first of all you should revise the syllabus at least 4 to 5 times. Then derivation. You should practice, written practice is must for the derivation. Then numerical portion is also necessary and especially focus on NCERT numerical, and in NCERT there are in blue box numerical, solved numerical, and they are very important and you should practice them very well. And while solving the numerical also you should write the unit of every answer and you should solve step to step, because CBSE will give the marks stepwise. And then written practice and your writing should be very clearly, and most of the students their writing is not good, and if writing is good then definitely there is a lot of impact on the marker for this written practice. So your writing should be very well, and then practice previous year's questions, at least last 4 to 5 years question, because most of the question and most of the types comes from there. So you should practice previous year's question very well. And this year CBSE has changed the question pattern and there are 4 parts in the question paper: 1 marks questions, 2 marks question, 3 marks question and 5 marks question. And in 1 marks question this time there are assertion and reason questions 4, and to solve that questions you will have to work on your basics. So basics is very important. And then 2 questions case study, question number 15 and 16, and in case studied questions there are 5 questions in each part, and out of those 5 questions you will have to solve 4 questions at least. And these case study questions based on the basics and concept of the topic. So for clearing the concept you should study the NCERT point to point, because if you study the NCERT definitely your concepts will be cleared and you will get 100% marks. And this is from my side. Thank you.
Hello students, I am here to discuss about how to score 100% marks in a chemistry exam. You know that CBSE reduced the syllabus and set the new pattern of your sample paper. In this year we have 4 part of the in a sample paper. Part 1 we have first and second question. The 2 questions are case study, and according to that we can see that they are also objective type, but we have the basic knowledge of that particular topic, and that is why we get the 8 marks, total 8 marks from the case study questions. Next 14 they are short answer, objective, as well as the assertion and reason. And next 2 marks question, and next are 3 marks and 5 marks questions, and total questions are that 33 in your sample paper. And according to that we get 100% marks if we attempt all these questions. So first of all try to attempt all these questions and then get the 100% marks. And we know that we get 100% mark. Firstly we can study thoroughly in according to the your syllabus, and then you get the 100% mark. And the topic we already discussed in your classes, which are most important for your examination point of view. Then you can focus on these topics and get the maximum marks. In physical chemistry, first you get the you can attempt the numerical portion, because in numerical there are stepwise marks distribution. Your units have marks, value we are put into the formula, they are also having the marks, and the calculation also having the marks. So we get numerical, and firstly we can go through the numerical, we get what is given to us and how we can attempt that, and after that we can go to the solution. Next, in the organic portion, we can study about the reactions. We focus on the reactions because in organic chemistry we have given that the short note on the naming reaction. We cannot write the name and short note. We can write only the reactions. And in distinguished tests also we can write the reaction. Not we can say that it gave the iodoform test, it does not give, it gave the this test and this it does not give, but we can write the reactions for that. In in organic chemistry we can give the answer according to that the question, because they are having the theoretical portion is more, and in that particular in organic chemistry we can also having the some balancing and the structures like the structure of XCF6, XCOF4, like that. Then you can draw the structure according to your NCERT books you have given. And last but not the least, you can go through the NCERT 4 to 5 times if we get maximum marks, and then you can solve all the question. If you solve all the question, you get 100% marks. Thank you from my side.
So, dear students, I am here to discuss the points how to score 100% marks in mathematics. As you all know, your exams will be held in the month of March. And one saying is there, make the bridge before you will have to cross it. And as you know, you will have to cross the bridge in the month of March, and this is December. So start making the bridge, and how to prepare for scoring 100% marks, because you will have to appear in exam and you will have to write the answers. So enrich your writing skills. Have practice. Solve sample papers regularly. Grasp the basic concepts of every subject regularly. First of all, complete your NCERT book and then extra questions also. Devote more time to mathematics. Have regular practice. And one thing you can do, you can solve a question paper and check how much time you give it. It will be better if you solve it in 2.5 hours and then evaluate it yourself. That will be your self-evaluation. Then on the day of exam, first of all, before night, take at least 6 hours sleep. Get up in the morning with fresh mood and be ready for paper. Take blessings of your parents, your teachers and Almighty, and then reach at the center before 1.5 hours and then appear in exam. Now, because this time your pattern of paper has been changed, and in your question paper there will be 2 parts, part A and part B. Part A, it consists of 2 sections, first and second. Section first comprises of 16 very short answer type questions. Section second contains 2 case studies. Each case study comprises of 5 case based MCQs. You will have to attempt any 4 out of 5 MCQs. This was your section A. Now part B, it contains of 3 sections. Section 3rd, 4th, 5th. Section 3rd comprises of 10 questions of 2 marks each. Section 4 comprises of 7 questions of 3 marks each. Section 5 comprises of 3 questions of 5 marks each. The internal choice is provided in 3 questions of section 3rd, 2 questions of section 4th and 3 questions of section 5. You have to attempt only one of the alternatives in all such questions. Now, when you are in examination hall, read the question paper at least twice, because you will get 15 minutes for doing so, and then select those questions which you know better. Attempt those questions first which you know better, then other questions, and try to complete your question paper within 2.5 hours. Then you will get 1.5 hour for revisiting the answer sheet. See every question, check every question, every formula, every graph, each and everything. If you have committed any mistake, correct it. So by following these steps, you may get 100% marks in mathematics. All the best for your coming exams from my side. Thank you.
Yes. Now I am here to tell you how to score 100% marks in English in board exam. So you have already got it that 30% of your syllabus has been reduced already. So you have more and more chance to secure 100% marks in English this year. You know it very well that what are the syllabus. There are 2 parts in your question paper as per CBSE guidelines. Part A, Part B. In Part A, you will get only MCQ based questions from literature and 2 comprehension passage. It means if you want to attempt score all 100 out of 100 in this part, you have to read the 2 comprehension passages and literature portion very minutely. I mean word to word. You have to read repeatedly, at least 2 to 3 times you have to read the reading comprehension passage. And literature, definitely you have to read word to word, I mean very minutely. You should not leave a single space in the literature portion that you can score 100% marks there. Second, part B. It is contained with writing portions along with literature. Here you will get also literature, and this part entirely is descriptive based, and you should attempt the writing portion step by step, whatever the questions are there. Next, the literature portion, you will get all descriptive type questions here along with short type questions also. But remember, in this part there is no MCQ based question. And now I am telling about your reading strategy. You should read the literature very minutely, each and every chapter, whatever you have been prescribed in your syllabus this year. You know it, this year the question paper will be different from others year. So you should read very minutely. I am telling this one. I can show you the way, but you are to go through the path. So I can give you suggestion, you have to implement it. And if you read all the chapters very carefully, very minutely, definitely you will be the winner. You can score 100% marks. Now strive for the best. Thank you.
Friends, if you opted IP as a 5th subject, then this video is for you. As you know, CBSE has reduced 30% syllabus for this session from informatics practices. And there are only 4 units for this session. As you know, in Unit 1, there will be Python Pandas with data visualization, which will contain 25 marks. And in second unit, you will see MySQL with DBMS concept for 25 marks. In Unit 3, Computer Networks for 10 marks. And in Unit 4, Societal Impacts with Emerging Trends for 10 marks. So the total weight is 70. So how to prepare for exam and how we can score better marks in informatics practices. So in Unit 2, Unit 3 and Unit 4, you can cover these 3 units within 10 to 15 days very easily. Why? Because Unit 2, which is MySQL, carry 25 marks, you have already covered in class 11. So you can cover this unit very easily and score definitely 25 marks out of 25. And Unit 3, Unit 4, Computer Networks and Societal Impacts, these two chapters are totally based on theory. So you can read the topics and learn the question and answers. So what will be the language of the questions? For this, I would like to suggest you refer some sample papers, or you can simply type on Google CBSE sample papers for informatics practices class 12, and at least 5 to 10 sample papers you have to complete. But in Unit 4, data visualization and Python pandas, which will carry 25 marks, it needs some more concentration and hard work. So Python is a case-sensitive programming language. It needs practices and hard work. Python pandas, you can see several questions like outputs of the program. You have to create some programs, pandas series and pandas data frame, manipulation on data frame. And Python is a case-sensitive programming language, so you have to be very careful while attempting these questions. So practice at least 10 to 15 sample papers and see the language and the pattern of the question from each topic. Second is data visualization. From here you can read, or you have to cover only 3 graphs for this session. First is the line graph, bar graph and histogram. And learn the functions for every graph, because short answer type of questions may become from this unit. While attempting the paper, your writing should be neat and clean, and do not over attempt any question. Write beautifully and write the syntaxes where necessary. Don't leave any question blank. So all the best from my side.